What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Miracle. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is GarMadjuda. The map is Calm Shore. It's currently 1-0 in this series for Miracle. I'm excited to say that we're seeing Loki on this map. I like Loki on this map. I think Loki is really good here. We actually see GarMadjuda starting with a build that is relatively similar to what I suggest here for Loki as well. You want to be basically getting yourself 3 villages on the wood, 2 villages on the gold, and living the dream here. But GarMadjuda gets his dwarves out a little bit faster, which is completely fine as well. So I like this start here from GarMadjuda, as he's got himself the Ulfsark over onto this position, getting the fishing ships up. The Katoska boss is scouting around to try and harass, but he was already prepared for it. I love that play here for GarMadjuda, playing around some of those weaknesses of Norse. As the houses coming up here as well. The question is, what sort of a build is GarMadjuda going to go for? Now, we already kind of know that Greek wants to go 2 docks, both sides, dock over here, and get himself the 12 fishing ships and go for about a 445 advance time. Loki, on the other hand, I think the same thing is possible. I think you can go for a 445 advance time with docks on both sides, but you kind of need to get out a Herser from your temple as well to get that extra dock up. And I think there's a time, I think it works in my brain. I haven't actually tried it, but you should be able to get up 4 docks on both sides of the map. But it looks like GarMadjuda at this point is just going to be taking it slow here, as he moves his Skraeling down to the bottom, maybe looking for a dock down there, scouting around his map a little bit. Miracle, on the other hand, how many villages on the wood? 7 villages on the wood is very standard. And then you send your villager over onto the water. A very, very easy way to play this build here for Miracle. I like it. And then you can just put villagers onto food, and you should be able to get yourself a decently fast advance time. You don't need to get all of your fishing ships out straight away. You can get them out a little bit delayed if you like as well. As we can actually see, both players are doing something very similar to each other. They've stolen away their opponent's 3 fishing ships on this location, and GarMadjuda here is going to have the fish down here to grab as well. Miracle can grab his own fish down here, and while it's going to be 12 fish apiece, I do like the idea of GarMadjuda getting a dock down over here to try and secure these 3 fish and secure these ones, and put a dock over here as well as an idea to try and like trade one side of the water apiece. Here would be the ultimate start for Loki if you can just have one side each. Alternatively, some sort of semi-fast heroic through Njord here would work quite well for Loki as well. So we'll see how it all goes as more dwarves are coming out. The advanced time should be coming through fairly shortly here. I'm surprised to see another ox cart coming out here for GarMadjuda. It's not really part of the game plan. There's a temple coming down for Miracle here. Looks like he is going for more villages on wood, which isn't exactly what I expect here in this map. I'm going to be slowing that advance down considerably here by putting that many villages on wood, because you want to be advancing now, and that temple's a bit late. I'm not sure why. Probably built too many fishing ships out or something first. As Forseti coming through here for GarMadjuda. Still hasn't put a dock up over on this side. Going up onto this side, putting everything onto one side is never something that I would fully recommend, but he does have the ability to build a Herser out and come over and potentially drop a dock down on this side as well after all is said and done. With all the villagers on the wood and the gold villagers on the gold here. Too many villagers on too many dwarves on gold here does mean that he's not going to be able to have as much wood to get everything out here, as we see Athena coming through. And I guess GarMadjuda can try and rush down this position here, as we see that the houses coming down here as well, as the Katoska boss comes through and says "G'day" on this position here. You can actually do this this block here with wall segments. Is very simple and costs a little bit less than what GarMadjuda has done, but he just deletes the wall. Going to put up a house somewhere as well as he retreats back over onto this position. As we do see a a dock attempting to come up here. GarMadjuda here, he's got to check out the entirety of this water though, as that villager here will get a dock up. Will we see a longboat coming through fast enough to deny this or not is the big question, as Miracle is very far behind here on this advance time. GarMadjuda, he's not paying attention. That dock coming up is a big deal, as GarMadjuda sees those fishing ships here. He still hasn't seen the dock coming up as he's checking out on this position here. As he pulls in, the Classical Age is through for Miracle, as he's actually fished up the entirety of this side as well. As a couple more docks coming through here. The troll coming through to check out that villager. GarMadjuda making a huge blunder here, giving away that position on that dock for free here. He's definitely going to be able to win this. Well, he should be able to win this water here after the Herser coming through to continue taking the docks down. He's trying to dodge the arrow fire here, but unfortunately the Norse ships are not fast enough to actually dodge that arrow fire on this position, and Miracle going to continue pumping out more and more ships here. GarMadjuda, what's happening here? He's building dwarves, he's building gatherers, pushing more Herser out onto this position. He's getting himself all of those triremes here as more Herser coming through. As the Ajax coming in onto this position, getting that damage done. Immediately more longboats getting taken out. How many are through for Miracle? He's got himself 3 at this point here, as the Herser getting all that damage done onto the Minotaurs over there. As the 3 docks down over here as well for Miracle. He's scouting around with that trireme. He can put that onto patrol here, which it looks like he has done, to make sure that no docks can come down onto that location there. As the dock getting closer and closer to falling. 3 trireme here, as well as 6. Looks like 6 longboats are in, as this dock does look like it will end up going down here. But GarMadjuda isn't paying attention to his longboats, as the Herser started to go down. 134 HP remaining here as the Minotaur does get taken out, and GarMadjuda here with the restoration will get that dock back up to full HP. Well, not quite full HP because it's shooting arrows here, but could potentially get it. Could have potentially got it back up to full HP if he ungarrisoned the fishing ships there. As GarMadjuda has to pull back, and now it looks like Miracle is going to be able to win this water well, maybe not win the water, but put pressure onto the water pretty hard here, as the longboats here trying to fight back as best as they can. They're sitting underneath a dock. The dock should be enough to make up for the lack of numbers at this point. 5 boats to 7 should be roughly equal here. Maybe a little bit in the advantage of Miracle, as GarMadjuda pulls back ever so slightly here. He doesn't quite have the resources to keep pumping, as the Herser searching around here for some attacks on the land, it seems. And after all is said and done, Miracle is going to be very, very happy about the position he's found himself in, as GarMadjuda made that blunder to not stop that dock going up, and he's not able to get that easy win on the top side of the water that he wanted. But we'll see how the game continues, as Miracle here getting himself bowsaw after all is said and done, to get himself even more production of triremes here, it seems. Also town centers and things like that are going to be a big help here. As the fishing ship garrisoned behind here into the dock, and Miracle breaking through onto this position here. We'll see how it all goes. As yet again, the trireme advantage here, you don't need to retreat. If you're fighting underneath the dock, you don't necessarily need to retreat here. Just keep fighting, and if you lose, you lose. Because this is the best position you can be in to fight, in all honesty, for the Norse. As a bit of a misclick there from Miracle, as GarMadjuda seems to be fighting this one back nicely at this point. Also on this position here, the longboat's going to be winning on that fight as well, as GarMadjuda does manage to win over here on the water to some degree, as the dock is getting back up to full HP with that villager repairing it back up. I honestly think he could have just built another dock here. Probably would have been faster than repairing the dock back up to full HP. As we see GarMadjuda going to be attempting to either grab a town center or check some things out here. There is that Valkyrie going to be a big, big help, as well as the Sentinels have been cast by Miracle to defend his main base. The gold here with 1,000 gold remaining. As Miracle going to be moving up to the top side of the map to check out the gold mine there. And GarMadjuda just says, all right, just going to defend here. Looks like Miracle has said not going to really produce too many more trireme at this point over here either. As the gold mine has been spotted, we see a house coming down here for GarMadjuda to check that one out. There's gold mines kind of all over the place here, as GarMadjuda just wants line of sight on everything. I like the house there to make that happen. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see what... if Miracle can actually get himself a gold mine here, because this is basically the game plan here for GarMadjuda has to be to get a gold starve at this point, because he doesn't have as many fishing ships basically. We see the docks getting targeted down. Persine coming through for Miracle as well. No attempt at putting a dock down here is a bit surprising from Miracle, though there was a troll on this position as the Hearse are starting to take this fight. They don't have Persine just yet, but this is a good fight here for GarMadjuda as those hoplites going to be getting taken down. I need... GarMadjuda probably should be thinking about a couple more longhouses and starting to make some thrown axemen here to deal with those hoplites that are coming out, as it looks like GarMadjuda here with the 14 longboats. He's really committed hard onto this water, which might be a good idea because he can sit underneath this position and help out targeting the gold mine over here. As the Hearse are pushing into the main base, 300 gold remaining in this position here, as GarMadjuda with 110 population starting to push through here as we see more triremes popping out on this position as well. And can GarMadjuda win on this fight underneath those 3 docks that are all firing here as we see the Valkyrie coming through, a longhouse coming down onto this position. Where are the villagers going to go? There is a Valkyrie over here checking out that gold mine as well, as some more units pushing forward here. I imagine Miracle probably tries to come to this gold mine here. It makes the most sense. But the army is in position to start harassing that. As the villagers here for Miracle, what is he doing? He's just finished up on the gold mine. The Valkyrie is sitting in position to defend that gold over there. And the villagers are looking to move up to that top side of the map here. As GarMadjuda will spot that straight away with his Valkyrie. This is notes to the top players who have been... who haven't been able to get away with gold starves. GarMadjuda showing how it's done. GarMadjuda's got a lot of gold in the bank at the moment. He could probably be taking villagers off of gold, putting them over onto food at this point as the Valkyrie is getting taken out. GarMadjuda needs to start sacking some of those longboats here. He should stop caring about this and go full send on the land here as the villagers take the Valkyrie down. GarMadjuda, he needs to target that down here at this point. He's moving the Hearse into position. There's plenty of hoplites over here. As here, GarMadjuda, he doesn't have enough military buildings down at the moment. He needs a couple more military buildings. He's got plenty of... He doesn't actually have plenty of resources, but there's the Hall of Thanes coming in as the Hearse are pushing through. Plenty of hoplites are now in for Miracle. What do you do? Do you just put the population into the... and try and get rid of it so you can go full send on the water, on the land? I think that's the answer here. As we see an archery range coming down, I don't think GarMadjuda has kind of made the connection that he needs to start making himself either a ton of trolls here or throw an axeman to deal with those hoplites. As the Hearse push off that wood line yet again, there's plenty of safe wood lines back here though. As we see a Hearse sneaking through onto this position to start harassing the gold mine, as Miracle pushes in here with his Chiron and everything else. The Hearse, if you can get a myth unit spawn, it would be huge here. The villagers turning around, going to just shank that down. Another military academy coming up. As Miracle still playing it nice and slow. As Hall of Thanes does come through, we do see some more military buildings coming in here as well. Now GarMadjuda yet again deciding to go through Njord here in this game. He's got plenty of resource to actually jump to the Mythic Age as well. So he does still have a chance here to get a gold starve in this game. But he's gone through Njord. He's going to be able to get himself the Kraken out to potentially win this water fairly simply after all of the boats have come through. You could also drop a dock down here. You could utilize the Walking Woods to potentially take down these docks here as well and stop the fishing economy. We see some hoplites searching around to start hitting some gold as we see Apollo coming through here for Miracle as well. As those trireme coming in to take out the longboats as best as they possibly can. We see a town center coming up, which is going to be huge for Miracle to defend on this position. But if Miracle gets distracted here by GarMadjuda, then Njord can come through and take out that town center as well, as the dwarves over here getting targeted down by the hoplites to take out that ox cart, putting a stop to the gold income on this position. There's plenty of dwarves over here, though, and on this position as well. As the Kraken does come out, we'll be able to take out those trireme nice and easily. Because Miracle's going to have to retreat back for the time being. As another dock coming up for Miracle. He's just like, yeah, just keep putting docks up on the shore, no problems. Heroic Fleet also coming through here for Miracle as well. This affects all ships' damage. So you can also now take out the Krakens even easier with like your hammer ships and things like that. As you see the Chiron coming in to try and take out the Kraken as well. That's a smart move. Learning from the actual campaign, the Greek campaign. Get your heroes on the shore. You can actually take out a Kraken, but GarMadjuda markers it nicely. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map here, we see the units targeting this down. We've got the Ajax out of position as the Walking Woods coming through, the Mountain Giant coming through as well to try and take down the town center, but Achilles is on the way for Miracle. Miracle's at 92 of 130 population. Gets that Achilles out immediately to start targeting down these units here as GarMadjuda needs to send his Ursa over here to start taking out the heroes. Otherwise, the town center will most likely not fall. So we do see the Manticore getting targeted down there. More Ursa coming in onto this position. Hell on the way here for GarMadjuda. He's in a really good position here to make use of this Nidhogg and everything else. But will the town center actually end up falling here as the village is getting pulled off the gold mine, repairing this one up? We see Masons was queued up there, but decides against it for the time being, as only a handful of Walking Woods are remaining here, and GarMadjuda cannot push through the town center for the time being as he has to pull back. And Hell going to come through. Will this be enough, though? He still hasn't decided to get a town center. This is a similar position that he was in last game, but he's got 100 favor this time, so he can pump those Fire Giant out and have a really, really good time of it. As we're now starting to see the medium Hypaspis coming in. Another option for GarMadjuda would be to put down a hill fort and start making those ballistas straight away to deal with those Hypaspis here, but he's not quite going for it here as well. This fortified town center is coming through for Miracle, taking it nice and slow, as the Hades players like to do here. I see Achilles coming through onto this position. We do see the Frost Giant getting targeted down there as the Ursa coming through to try and take out the Chiron over here as well. There's Hell just about to come through, and that's going to be a big help here as the Chiron does get taken out. If GarMadjuda wants, he could also get the Nidhogg onto this position as well with the Kraken helping out. Meanwhile, we do see the Miracle Trireme sneaking around to get some hits onto the fishing ships over there. Nice raids from GarMadjuda, from Miracle coming into GarMadjuda's fishing ship economy there. As the Fire Giant pops out here. And GarMadjuda doesn't quite have the gold income at this point, it seems, as the raid's still coming through onto those ox carts nicely. We do see a dock is up as well after all is said and done. It's the Fire Giants here trying to hold on. The Nidhogg taking down all those units of Miracle nicely. Hasn't taken a single hit of damage thus far. As this army of Miracle, though, does seem to have picked off the majority of these units of GarMadjuda. But look at this GarMadjuda here. 71 pop, 115 max pop here, 70 pop. He's got no resources in the bank. He's getting himself Rampage here as well to buy all of his Fire Giants, but no gold at the moment. As he's pushed off of this gold mine, he's only got 12 villagers currently kind of mining gold as he sends all the villagers over to gold mines at the moment. His fishing ship's getting taken down on the water as well, as Miracle has managed to get himself into a really, really good position here. 3 town centers. He's got himself a huge army. The Chiron coming in as well can start taking down the Nidhogg ever so slowly, doing 7 or 8.4 damage a second here. So that Chiron doing about 30 damage an attack. Takes a very, very long time to kill off the Nidhogg, but that's kind of the only way to make it happen. As now the Dwarves moving forward here, and I think GarMadjuda is going to be in for a difficult time to get gold after all is said and done here, as the Hoplites are going to continue harassing. We see the villagers shanking down a house there, as well as watchtowers coming through for GarMadjuda to try and hold on. As the Hypaspis targeting down the ox cart yet again, moving up to the top side of the map to target down this ox cart as well. As now the Hoplites are going to be targeting out the Dwarves on this position, as they're going to be retreating back home here. And the Nidhogg doing what it can on this position to help defend, but the problem for GarMadjuda here is just got no gold income, and like while Miracle, he's going to have to take a long time to kill off this Nidhogg. I don't think that GarMadjuda has really thought about how he can win this game. And the only real way I think he wins it is if he pushes off this gold mine at the front here, pushes off this gold mine over here. So he needs to be putting some effort into sending units to harass the gold, including the Nidhogg. As all the villagers moving forward now, the dock getting cleaned up here. Miracle can get some more fishing ships out on this position as well if he wants. As the dwarves coming back over onto this gold mine here. As the Nidhogg seemingly flying over these villagers, doing too much damage. Miracle could just put a fortress down here. This is the answer to the Nidhogg. For those of you wanting to know how does Hades deal with a Nidhogg, well, Hades and Greek in general, on each of your gold mines, you put down a fortress. And then the Nidhogg cannot harass them without taking a significant amount of damage. It's an unfortunate Fenris Wolf spawn there for GarMadjuda, not going to help out all too much here as Achilles coming back out. The other thing that a fortress does is allows you to build your heroes without stopping your villager production. So while you lose the villagers, you can immediately train them back out. Miracle pulls back in. He's got the villagers coming over onto this gold as well. Artemis is on the way. And yet again, we do see GarMadjuda planting his buildings nicely around this position here. There is a world in which an earthquake that's clicked here and doesn't hit those buildings will be able to take out the town center, though I'm not 100% sure about that. As the units coming through trying to take out the ox carts. Now those heroes are out, and the fire giants, they're just, I mean, they're going to do a lot of damage here, but are they enough to hold on? As GarMadjuda says, all right, I'm just going to throw a special attack here and then retreat back, get a bunch of splash damage, trying to get himself up to full population. He's still got 38 favor in the bank, trying to continually make those fire giants out. But with Artemis coming, that means not only Earthquake, but also Perseus comes in to take out those fire giants, as GarMadjuda does end up tapping out there in the 20th minute of this game. It all kind of went wrong for GarMadjuda when he didn't send the Hearser up to the top location to ensure no dock was coming up. Because you know that, generally speaking, if you go for a 4:45 advance time, that dock is going to come up at about 4:45. That's when a perfect dock will come down. You want to send the villager over, and the villager is building it while you advance. You want to be stopping that. So you want to check and make sure that that's not there. You just didn't do it, and that allowed Miracle to hold on this water and really, really hurt GarMadjuda's chances of winning because he had to build so many boats out when he really doesn't want to, and that allows Miracle to get into a position where he's more than happy to just keep fighting. And there was this moment where GarMadjuda almost could have got a gold star had he just given up on the water and set everything on the land, but he didn't go for it, and that allowed Miracle to get his gold mine and allowed Miracle to survive in this game. 2-0 now for Miracle. So far, really clean play. Just playing it super solidly. No crazy strats. Just nice fundamental play here from Miracle. So for those of you guys wanting to learn this game, you can see that fundamental Age of Mythology even works at this high level that we're seeing here in this tournament from Miracle. If you guys are enjoying it, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.